Jeff Hansen, Window Warriors Forum. Check us out, windowcleaningwarriors.com. Today we're going to take a look at cleaning very dirty windows. These, you can see this set is clean, this set yet is not. This one does have a screen behind it where those did not. So this is the first time clean for us for a property management company. They bought a house as a rental and neglected for a long time. So we're using a Maker sleeve with a walnut pad wrapped around it. Hate it. Just for scrubbing, it's going to do the trick today. 18-inch applicator, 18-inch squeegee. We're going to start by, so instead of laddering these, we're going to just pull these, tilt them. You press the sides in, tilt it forward. You always want to keep these level. If you go slanted, you're going to pop this off the track, and that usually causes problems. So press side. You get used to how to handle these, and you got to be a little aggressive, but obviously with everything, you can't be too aggressive to break something, but you do have to be aggressive enough just to get them out without taking forever. So I'm going to wet these down, take my walnut pad, scrub it, and I'm going to scrub these. I mean, these are so dirty, I'm scrubbing these way more than I normally would on any window. I mean, this is almost a construction clean. We're going to build properly for it. We're going to take the end, go around the edges for where the frame meets the glass. Just extra. We're just overkilling this by scrubbing it in the attempts that hopefully we don't have to squeegee it, take a look at it, and then have to redo it again. So we're trying to then, once I scrub it, I'm going to wet it down again. Squeegee this. Detail my edges. We're using a blue surgical Huck towel for detailing. Once that's in, we are gonna tilt it back in. It came unlevel a little bit, so when I put it back in, I just want to straighten it out. Now I'm going to establish this, get this back in where it goes. These sides can be tricky, especially on windows that haven't been cleaned and don't operate as good as they should. That's my first one. This window is so tight. So when you're washing windows, we have no control over how things function. So this window is terrible of how this functions. Very stiff. Lots of pressure. This is not a typical operating window. Good example of how just putting a bit on something may not be good enough, because these are going to take us a lot more time than we would initially expect, just because they're not going to function properly because they've been neglected for so long. Many of these probably haven't been opened for a long time. Just neglect. So we take my walnut pad. The inner side I don't have to scrub quite as much. Still needs a good scrubbing. But obviously your inside is never going to be quite as dirty often as your exterior is going to be. So, detail the edges. My upper window's done in and out because I'm doing the in and out from the inside rather than taking a second trip around the house or a second crew outside. We're doing a lot of these from the inside. So now again, just repeating the process for this lower double hung. Scrub that lower. Over scrub with the walnut pad. And I'm taking this from multiple directions just to get as much agitation as possible, in the hopes that we just get it down, scrubbed, good to go in one process. So now this one set, people talk a lot about what their rates are, what they're charging. So typically, this is going to be a situation to where we charge $6 a pane. So that's gonna be, you got 3 uppers, 3 lowers. So you got 6 interior at $6 a pane. You got 6 exteriors at $6 a pane. With this, we'll add an extra fee to it for the amount of dirt. Kind of consider it similar to as what you would consider a construction clean, just because these take more time to clean than your standard window. We want to make sure we get these tracks really well. This screen is, they permanently mounted it. They didn't want us to touch any screens. I think they're going to be coming through, removing them. So we are not touching the screens. Like I said, not even every window has a screen. So it kind of is what it is. They're going to remove them so we do not have to touch screens on this job, which is nice. Just get your system down. Once you have a system down, repeat it. And that's what it takes. Cleaning windows, very dirty job. Construction clean, basically. First time clean. Scrubbing windows, detailing edges, cleaning tracks, putting everything back together again. It's out here with orders for them.